What's up, everybody? It's been a while since you've seen me in the car. Today, we are not doing a very serious mod to the car, but we are slapping license plates on it. As you can see, we got no plates. And on the truck, the Duramax over here, we're going to be slapping on a catalytic converter delete because nobody needs cats where we're going. So, we'll set this pipe to the side for now. Set it down here. Got the gaskets, the pipe, we'll go over that in a minute. We're gonna start with the license plates here because these are very special plates. You see here, got the plates here, they just came in the mail. We have moved to a different state, so had to get new license plates. I had these license plates, junk, didn't have nothing special, just Oregon plate, and it was no good. So now, we got new plates, and you will never guess what we cooked up. The new license plates for the Camaro are Gap me. And they are real plates, as you can see. They are registered. These are not fake plates, so please don't pull me over. These are the new plates going on the Camaro. So I'm going to slap these on real quick. And actually, we're just going to slap one of them on because nobody runs a front plate. Front plates are for chumps. So here we go. Okay, folks, there you go. Gap me. I dare you. So those are the new plates on the Camaro. Since the last time you guys have seen it, it's got a new drag pack on it with some skinnies on the front. Last drag pack we didn't have skinnies in the front, so now we got skinnies in the front. Car's very dirty right now. It's just been sitting on the lift. It runs perfectly fine. We got a new hood since the last time you guys saw it, ZL1 hood. We'll go over an update video on it in a little while and get to doing some racing hopefully here in Idaho. So now, the main part of the video here. We're going to put this catless down pipe, mid pipe, whatever you want to call it. It's more of an intermediate pipe. There's a down pipe and then this pipe. We're going to put this on the truck here, and I am going to slap a tune that I created on the truck. So, could be a lot of smoke, could be a rod sent into orbit. So, what you're going to start with, you're going to start by pulling the fender liner here, which we already pulled out. So as you can see, normally you got your fender liner here, but we popped it out the other day to put the EGT probe in, which we didn't film because we're really bad YouTubers, so that didn't get filmed. So you're gonna pop the fender liner out, and then you got your V-band clamp, which let me move this. Set this to the side, oh boy. Stay. You got your V-band clamp here that you're gonna take off. That is a 7/16. You don't know if you can see it. Looks like you can. So you got a 7/16 nut. You're gonna loosen off the V-band clamp, which I will have to do in a time lapse because you can't see. And then underneath you got 4 bolts, which we will show you in a minute. So I am gonna pop this V-band clamp off and we will get back with you guys. Please, when you install a V-band clamp of some sort, make it to where it sticks out to where you can get an impact on it. So the Yahoo before me had the bolt back there, so I couldn't get to it. But now I turned it because it's loose and you can get to the V-band, install it this way or flop it 180 degrees and install it that way. Because then you can put your impact on it and you can pull it right off the way it's supposed to be. So that is my tip for you guys. See, look, now it's off. All right, guys, after you remove that V-band clamp, you're gonna wanna roll under the truck just like this. Nice and smooth. Just kidding. You're gonna hit my face. Don't fit very well. And you can see underneath the truck here. There we go. You got your 4 bolts right here. They're just nuts on the OEM one. You're gonna wanna hit them with PB Blast. Unless you hate your life, then you don't have to. I don't feel like breaking one. There's 4 bolts. Spray them all down. Get the appropriate socket size, which I probably do not have. Looks like they're 15, which I do not have, as I stated. 5/8 kind of fits on them. Okay, I'm going to go grab a 15. Okay, I'm back now. So, the OEM nuts are a 15 because Nothing is made in America. Just gonna get on there with the impact. Nope, just kidding. That's not gonna work. Turns out you need a bigger impact than 3/8 because the bolts are rusted, per usual. And we do not live in a rusty area, so they rust. Oops. You just put the 1/2" impact on it and it'll pull it off. Got a little extension on there to make sure I don't round them out. Well, that one broke off, but that's okay. They give you new bolts in the kit. That one also broke off. Also okay. You know, you'd probably be better off just breaking them all off if I'm being honest with you, but now this one's stuck in the socket. I promise it's the right size. Now the last one, you got 4 bolts in total. The last one's back here on the top side, which I can't see it. You guys can't see it. No one can see it. Oh yeah, that'll fit up in there. Fire up the compressor. So, as you can see, if you have old floor mats, you can use them as a creeper when you're parked on a hill and your creeper doesn't want to work. I don't know if this air gun has enough in it, but we're gonna give her a whirl because it actually fits up in there, unlike the DeWalt. Looking unlikely. I think it will. I think if I do a little prying. Oh yeah, we can get her up in there. Ouch. Typical day working on the Duramax. Go on. Thank you. All right, we're trying our 3rd impact gun. Actually 4th. We're on the 4th impact gun, trying to get this nut off. I definitely could have just grabbed a breaker bar and broke it loose by now. But that's not the point. The point is to do what you want to do, okay? And I want to use an impact gun. So there it is. Ow, just blasted myself with sand. Oh, I'm not even on it. Terrific. Okay. And a 15 is spinning, so this might be a job for the torch on our first project on the Duramax. We will be getting out the acetylene torch in a high wind situation and praying that we don't burn down my house. I can't even get the socket off this impact gun. That's the type of day it is. Ow! It is a Monday, folks. If you were wondering. Oh yeah, that's nice and loose now, so that's perfect. Don't ask me how. Oh, I dropped something. What did I just drop?
Phone, probably?
No, phone.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Is it phone?
Yeah.
Okay. OtterBox, sponsor me. Just kidding. Actually, please.
Please.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I run over my phone multiple times a week.
Like, you need us to cook up the advert, we got.
Yeah, we can give you the crazy advertisement. Ugh. Okay, folks. Not going as planned. I'm just moving the entire exhaust. I don't know.
That's not, I can kind of hold on to it.
The hanger's definitely not in place is why. Oh, that thing's on there. Do you have to cut this thing up to get it out of here?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah, it's got to come out that way, right? Can this push that way, like towards the truck, towards the frame?
That's about all she got right there.
It won't go past it, huh?
No, like maybe if I bring it.
It's got blasted by dirt from somewhere. There's like a bracket right here coming off the transmission is why. And I don't think it's possible to pull this thing out of here without cutting it or dropping the transmission.
Well, looks like we're cutting it.
Yeah, option to drop the transmission is not.
I mean, it's there. It's possible.
I mean, it would only take a second. Anybody know what the Sawzall is? It's got to be out in the shed, huh?
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's all right, bro. This is realistically how it goes. Culture King shed. This is where we keep our accountant. Where's the Sawzall? Oh, there it is. More tools than your granddad. That's right. I'll close that before it gets blasted by this wind. It's ridiculous. It's never windy here.
I know. It's like the one.
This is like the one day. Yeah, one day we got the high turbulence winds. Oh yeah. This, folks, is called the solution. When you can't get something out, cut it apart. This right here is how to install downpipe in 2 hours.
The real.
The real install. This ain't no Truckmaster install. Gotta start beef with the other YouTubers, you know? This ain't no Truckmaster install. Shout out to Truckmaster. Dude's an idiot. Just kidding, cut that. Or don't.
No,
I don't really care.
Heavy D.
Yeah, it's a heavy D install. That's my guy, Heavy Dwayne. It's gotta be his name, right? Heavy Dwayne. Bro, I don't even think that Sawzall go up in there. It's got to though, right? Like,
I mean, we're gonna have to make it work.
like the non-optimal angle, but like. We're not making any sort of progress
There's no
here.
way it's cutting through.
No, it's not making any sort of progress. Like, these things are supposed to cut through, but, you know, I think it's because the blade's missing teeth. This thing's got to be dull. I got more of them. Or I got the torch. I don't know about using the torch down here, though.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it's just the most ridiculous cook up from GM. Is it coming down here? Turns out, doing this job is not as simple as you would think. Okay, I'm gonna put this on that. That one's got a socket on it. Okay. Get the weight on the tranny jack. You're gonna pull these two bolts out of here that are 15 millimeters. That one's already out. See that? Magic. Then you're gonna pull this one over here. I'm laying on the air hose, so. Just pull those two bolts off of there. There you go. 1, 2. You're gonna pull these bolts out on the side over here. They do have a nut on top, as we have found out. 18 millimeter nut, 18 millimeter head to the bolt. Just expect your hand to get obliterated. Some sort of special nut deal. Something GM likes to do. You got one here. Got a good grip on it. It's gonna rattle the crap out of your hand. Yeah, I don't know what these stupid freaking nuts are. Such a stupid design. Typical GM.
Loki, there's a shit ton of mud in the way. And there's just a pile of mud on it.
Oh yeah.
Watch your eyes.
Got the safety goggles on. Somebody pack some mud in here for us to use?
Oh.
When convenient? Oh my goodness. That's like grass. That's not even mud. This dude was going through the grass in this thing. Come on, bro. This is absurd. Once you get all the mud out, then you guys can work on it. I'm sure everybody four wheels their Duramax. You know. Angles are not optimal here.
Is this like crazy head?
It's got to be at least 80 pounds.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty.
Oh boy. You got a grip on it at all, maybe? Support this with a jack stand like we're doing. And then you pull your entire transmission brace to pull the exhaust off. How fun, huh? Really fun. Now, if this thing doesn't slide right out of here, I'm gonna kill somebody's grandmother. That tranny jack's holding on for dear life right now. The old Pittsburgh Automotive. This bracket's gonna have to come off, huh?
Yes, that's literally the last thing I want to do.
But like, how? I can't see this bolt over here. Like, it's not possible to get to that. Yeah, this is how it actually goes for people.
Oh, this is gonna be the 2-hour video.
Yeah, this is good. Getting paid?
Yeah.
Can you see right here? Like,
I see. Dude, I see a nut holding it right here.
right? That's it, right?
Yeah.
They gotta be 13s, I'm thinking. Everybody's gonna be, why are you doing it on the ground when you have a lift? Well, folks, because we enjoy being sore the next day.
Been a while.
Don't worry, it's super long. Put the longest bolt on the truck on the bracket that holds the exhaust up. Good job, GM. Really showed them.
falls on us, can we sue General Motors?
Have to be able to. Poor exhaust design. That's what I'm suing for.
Yeah. And not user friendly to replace.
Yeah, like what if, you know, what if I had a bad cat and I had to replace it? Is this a 5-hour job at the dealership? Like, I need a little lift of the exhaust there.
Might have.
Yeah, we got a leak right there.
Yeah,
Holy smokes.
holy shit.
What just happened?
Is that good right there?
Yeah. Bro, this wind is ridiculous. I've got no clue what's taking this thing so long to get out of there. I'm gonna go grab a ratcheting wrench. This dude definitely like was off-roading this thing.
You got to. It's 4-wheel drive.
It's like right here somewhere, isn't it?
Oh, it's. Which one is it? That whole, oh shit, I was looking at the wrong bracket. It's, yeah, it should be right there. You're like right on it.
Is it not the same size?
It's right there. It must be, I can't really see, but I know it's right there. You're right above it. That might be a hair too big.
Too big? Think you're tightening it?
Think so?
No, well, no, you're not.
How much is that?
Is that the right size or no?
Yeah.
Oh, it broke loose?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on, let me hold this up for you. So you don't die.
Appreciate it. Hey, that beats the quality of the YouTube content. Those horrible GM design causes death.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
There it is. It's on the ground, you're good.
Okay.
All right, guys, and just like that.
Step 1 is complete.
Now hit him with the, and it's easy as that. Typical YouTuber lingo, like,
Yeah.
this thing's got to weigh 300 pounds. They gave her the shitter bend too. Like, why is it bent inward instead of just being straight? What a joke. Like, let me see. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Let me change. Hang on. Let me see. Let me point it. What we're pointing at. Instead of just being a straight pipe that comes straight through because it lines up right here, they bent it inward and then came back out, and that's why it wouldn't come out. So, yeah, you got to take off the transmission brace to get the pipe out. But, anyways, it's out. So, now, you know, I was making progress by cutting it, by the way. Where's it at? Oh yeah, right there. See that? I was cutting through it.
Mm-hmm.
This is heavy. This thing's like ridiculously heavy.
Oh, so for the race mod.
Yeah, this is the weight reduction on the Duramax mod. Like, yeah, she's cooked. This is why you don't want a cat, folks. If you are gonna modify these trucks and you're gonna tune them, let me get these things off here so I look more responsible. If you're gonna modify these and you're gonna tune them, and it's gonna obviously roll coal a little bit at least, you're gonna plug that cat up immediately. Look at how black this pipe is. I mean, this is a non-tuned truck. Never been tuned, and it's got that much soot in it. So, you know, the EPA can suck an egg. Now we're gonna put the straight pipe on.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah, this is the hard part. The pipe that's actually straight and just slides right in. You're gonna get your carbide scraper, and you go down there and you're gonna scrape the gasket off because you don't want to have excess gasket. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you have an exhaust leak. You're just gonna have a little bit of coal coming out of the bottom of it. Crocs? Yeah, check the croc check. These ones are fried, and that's why we work in them. We got some new ones in the house.
We need some more.
Yeah, Crocs help us. We wear these things every day, almost all day. Like, I barely take them off. So please. So what we're gonna do here, okay, Duramax MBRP intermediate pipe, okay? Comes with the gasket, new bolts, and the pipe. If you want to do this, just order the pipe for an LB7, because an LLY has a cat and an LB7 does not, and they're the same. So just get an LB7 intermediate pipe. It was like 200 bucks from Summit, and we're gonna slap it on. First we're gonna scrape the old gasket off, and then we're gonna put the V-band over. I should mention, obviously if you can't tell, these are, this is a much bigger pipe than factory. Here's your stock pipe. It is much bigger. I think factory you're looking at probably 3-inch, and this is definitely 4-inch. So that is a good thing. If you live up north, buy the stainless steel one or it will rust. But the factory cat and pipe, it looks like it's about 3-inch, and then they put these bends in them, which is just more restrictive, and it's just gonna catch all the soot. So anyways, reuse your stock V-band and scrape the gasket off, and she'll be a happy new truck. Definitely didn't take the sound clip either. That's good. Little PB Blast, sponsor us, please. Every product we use, just every time I use something, I'm gonna hit them with this. Sponsor us, please. Who really needs to sponsor us is Cornwell. Please.
Oh, please.
I've got so much money in tools. You guys are killing me. But it's fine. Harbor Freight's been making some great stuff recently. You see on this flange here, you get a lot of leftover gasket. So you're gonna wanna knock all that off. Otherwise your new gasket ain't gonna seal worth a hoot, son. And you're not gonna get it all. I mean, if you're a little particular, you can go ahead and hit it with a green finger wheel, or you don't want to hit it with a flappy disc. It's probably gonna make the surface uneven. But it should seal back up with the gasket anyways, because the gasket crushes between. All right, guys, here we go. We got the downpipe coming in. We're gonna set it under. We are going to put the gasket, put the bolts, hold it up with the bolts for the 4-bolt flange. Do not hold it up with the V-band unless you want to bend your V-band, which if you want to do that, be my guest. Don't care. It's your life. Enjoy it. You're going to take this. You're going to slide it up in there. You got to put the gasket on. Put a bolt through right there, and then we put a bolt through right there somewhere. You gotta lift it up. There we go.
Yeah, it might be. No, I got it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we're aimed like right here, so
Oh, okay.
you definitely didn't see none of what we just did, but you get the picture.
Yeah, you're just gonna put the bolts in. A lot easier with 2 people. Here's the nuts. You slap those on.
I know it's that bottom right.
Yeah, I can hold the back side.
What is that?
You got all the bolts semi-tight. You're going to tighten your V-band first. Do not tighten those first, because your V-band will never seal. So you're gonna want to tighten your V-band first before putting anything else back in. So this here is the bracket for the exhaust hanger that I have laid right here. It's supposed to pinch that. Mine was not doing anything, so we're gonna fix that while we're down here. I'm sure somebody pulled it off at some point and realized how big of a pain in the butt it is to put it back on, and they said no thank you. It might be a 15 actually. It's a 15. So the nuts on these are 15s. Like I said, normally this would probably be attached to your exhaust still, but on ours it was not. And that's what it is, you know what I'm saying, player? You know what I'm saying, player?
Mm-hmm.
You buy a million-year-old truck and sometimes not everything's put together. Might have to use this our sponsor, PB Blast. Okay, these grommets do apparently only go in one way. There we go.
I think got a nice weld on it.
They have a little dowel right here, a little rubber dowel. You have to put the rubber grommet inside of, and then your bracket that bolts to the transmission has the bolt that holds the dowel, or that clamps it shut. So you've got a bolt right here, and you put a nut on it like so. I don't know why I'm wearing these gloves. I could be working a lot better without them. Put your nut on there, tighten her down, and as you can see, it's still loose in there. I'm pretty sure this one is wore out and probably needs a new one, but what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna tighten it and put it together is what I'm gonna do. So now that bracket's there, this is gonna slide into there. And then that bracket will go back into place like so once it is complete. So you're gonna put the V-band on now. We're about to get drenched by the sprinklers. It's not gonna be fun. Let's go put the V-band on.
Camera work, you're not gonna really be able to see it, but
There we go.
You get it.
Okay, please put your V-band on to where you can get to it. Don't be the person, as you can tell, someone had this V-band off at some point. Didn't do a very good job of tightening it. And now the V-band's covered in soot. And the old pipe's covered in soot. So, you're gonna wanna be careful down here because the starter's right there. And, you know, disconnecting the batteries is for chumps. So don't get shocked. Or don't end up welding your V-band to the rest of the exhaust. Alright. Okay. You put the V-band on. You're gonna fight it a little bit, but make sure you put it on just the way it is in that photo there. You want your bolt facing here so you can put an impact on it. Don't put your bolt over there by the starter. Be smart. Put it there. So the V-band's on. Now you can go under, tighten your four flange bolts, and then put everything back together. Your transmission brace back on and everything. So we're gonna go back under and be disappointed again. Just kidding. It's fun. I'm having fun. So much fun. So much fun. Need that impact gun there. You wanna grab me that impact gun? We're gonna tighten all the bolts with this one. Just kidding. Nope. Maybe. I don't know. Back under. And you get your glasses on. Okay, you're gonna go in and tighten your bolts. Just give her a couple rips with a full battery and she'll be happy. So now that you got that on, you're gonna put your bolts for the transmission back in, that hold the exhaust, these for the exhaust bracket here. These are not very fun bolts to put in and out, but you have to do it, folks. One of them was a stud. There it is. If you can get like some of that up, I can. I think it was right there. Okay, if you let it go, it'll stay. Shooter! That's what they used to call me. Just kidding. I sat the bench all through high school, so they did not call me shooter. They called me... Got her? Hold it. This is definitely still the two-man gig. So we got the down pipe or the intermittent pipe, whatever you want to call it in. And we put the transmission brace back on and everything is up and in the truck. So we are going to start it and I'm going to load a tune onto it. Because now we're allowed to roll coal without plugging the cat and screwing anything up. So if you still have a cat, I do not suggest tuning it personally because you're gonna clog it and then you're gonna put a bunch of back pressure on your turbo, which is not a good thing, especially when your truck makes 22, 26 pounds of boost from the factory. You don't want to put a lot of back pressure on it. So anyways, we'll get some footage of the pipe installed and I'll get on the laptop. Okay, so once you put the down pipe in, you got all your bolts secured, kind of cleaned up a little bit. You can throw your fender liner back in. Pretty simple. You just put all your little push pins in and get your fender liner back in. So we are going to start it now. This truck still has a factory muffler, big old thing, big old suitcase, but I don't want it to sound super loud, but we are going to hear what it sounds like with no cat. So I'm going to fire it up and Avian's going to get the exhaust clip. You want this for the exhaust clip?
Sure.
Well, it's not too terribly loud.
No.
I think it just, you hear like this.
Sounds about the same, but you can hear the turbo whistle. Yeah. Sounds like you can hear the turbo whistling. So anyways, that is how you install a down pipe on a LLY or an LB7. Pretty sure it's probably the same for an LBZ. You just order an LB7 down pipe, or it's not a down pipe, it's an intermediate pipe. Order a LB7 pipe with no cat. Take the bolts out, drop the trans plate, get it out, put the new one in. So take your fender liner out, of course. So I am now going to tune this truck, which we will make a new video on in HP Tuners because no one has information on that. So I'm going to put some information out for people. And don't forget, folks, when in doubt, gap me. Thank you very much.